Hello and welcome back to Concert Critiques in Cars with Emily. So tonight's show is kind of a unique one, and it was advertised this way, so wasn't a huge surprise. But yeah, so the headliner was Mayday Parade, and then they had an opener who was really a DJ associated with Emo Nights Brooklyn. So yeah, it was at Rock and Roll Hotel, and getting there was not that bad because I went like a roundabout way to get there, which was definitely longer miles wise, but ended up being faster just because there was no traffic, and there must have been bad traffic everywhere else because that's the way my GPS took me. And again, I'm not complaining, but definitely a more roundabout route than I probably would have taken. However, once I got into the city, parking was easy and it was really pretty good. So let's get into the show. So my ticket had said that the show started at 8, but then on the website it said that Emo Nights Brooklyn started at 7:30. So I got there at about 7:37. He was definitely already playing a song that I didn't know, but then he started playing a song that I did know shortly after that, which was nice. I mean, most of the songs I did know, there were definitely a couple that I was not familiar with. And for the most part, he was definitely like energetic, jumping around. He came into the crowd twice and kind of like danced around in the crowd. He was interactive with the crowd. He took people's hats and wore them for a little bit and then would give them back. I'm pretty sure at one point he took someone's Bud Light out of their hand and took a sip of it. So like there was definitely a lot of interaction. I just think overall the job he was doing wasn't necessarily that difficult. He pretty much just played songs from start to finish without any like mixing or any addition of sounds. He definitely added one sound during one song at one point, but I mean, yeah, the selection was great. He played Yellow Card and Say Anything, which was super surprising. I'm glad he's played Say Anything. It wasn't the song I would have picked personally, but it was like fun to just see other people excited about that song in general. So yeah, so it was okay. It just, I feel like I could have basically just sat in my car and put my music on loud and had the same effect. But yeah, it was fine. So then he went off stage and Mayday Parade came on, and so they presented this show as the tour is called the Forever Emo Tour. So in the description it did say, there will be emo covers or covers of emo songs. And so I guess I just kind of took that as we're going to play a bunch of our stuff and then play emo covers in between. And it was the opposite. They played a bunch of emo covers and then played some of their songs in between, which I'm not going to lie, I spent like the whole week listening to them in preparation for the show. So I was like a little bit disappointed that there wasn't more Mayday Parade. And he even said throughout the show, he's like, man, we like really don't come to DC often. And it's like, well, yeah, so like play your own stuff. And to DC's credit, they knew every single word of every single song that was a Mayday Parade song. So it's not like we were just like, like crickets when their songs came on. I mean, people were rocking out harder at times during their songs than the emo covers. So yeah, so I just think that it would have been cool to see more of their stuff, and I'm glad that DC like represented and was excited to hear their songs and clearly made it known that we knew their stuff. So that was awesome. But yeah, so they opened with Cute Without the E, and I'm going to see that on Sunday. So I was like, oh, this is good preparation. So again, great songs, super exciting, but they didn't really change a lot in kind of any of their songs, and I'll talk about the subtle changes I did notice, but yeah, that was also a little bit disappointing. It's just overall there was not a lot of change, and I don't know what the rules are when you cover a song, but just like anything, a held word, a held note, something different, whispered, shouted, I don't know, something. And then they did Best of Me by Starting Line, so that was also fantastic. It was a great song and really energetic, so I really liked the energy that song. I mean, great combo, right? So Cute Without the E is like super energetic, and then you go into Best of Me, which I think a lot of people like forget as an emo song, and they're like, oh my god, this song is so good. So that was really great. After that, he told us that he injured his foot a couple weeks ago, so I wonder if maybe he had an injured foot, if it would have been more crowd interactive, if he would have come into the crowd at one point or not. I don't know. Then he played the anthem by Good Charlotte. Not my favorite. So, I mean, it was fun. It just, again, I don't love Good Charlotte in general. So, yeah. And then after that, they went right into My Friends Over You by Newfound Glory, which actually, again, was like a great 1-2 combo. And the transition was like seamless and it was awesome. So as much as I didn't love the Good Charlotte song, I thought the transition and just, yeah, it was like such a great like intro to My Friends Over You. So yeah, so that so I thought they did a good job with that for sure. Then they played one of their own songs, and one of the instruments, I want to say the song was called Oh Well, and it seemed like one of the instruments was off. I don't know if it was too loud. I don't know if it was like the one note was out of tune, if there was feedback, but it was really, really like too loud to a point where it was uncomfortable. And I mean, I wear earplugs because I go to way too many concerts to not wear earplugs, and I was really struggling just like to enjoy the other parts of the music because it was so loud and distracting, and it was really hurting my ears even though I had earplugs in. So that was just the one thing that, and I was so disappointed because I really liked the song, and then all of a sudden it was like, ooh, that one note just like hit me the wrong way, and yeah, so that was a little bit disappointing. But then after that, they played Fat Lip by Sum 41, so that was great. And again, just like a really good upbeat song. But after that, they played Taste of Ink by The Used, and to me this was like the best cover up to this point because they actually changed it. So in the bridge, the way he sang the bridge was just like a little bit different, and it was so fantastic. And I was like, yes, this is what I wanted. This is what I am like listening for, is these like little subtle Mayday Parade changes that only Mayday Parade would do. So I was really excited and kind of then was really looking forward to all the other covers because I was like, whoa, if they change that one, maybe they'll change others. So then they played another one of their songs, and it was Piece of Your Heart, and so I listened to that a couple times, and I love the lines to that song, so I was really excited to see that live, and yeah, it was really like fun and energetic, and people were just like going crazy for it, so I really liked that song. After that, I played The Sweetness by Jimmy Eat World, which, again, just super classic emo song. That's definitely forever emo. And after that, of course, guys, there had to be a Killers. And yes, it was Mr. Brightside. So, yeah, like, ding, that's another check for Mr. Brightside cover that I've seen in my concert career. Again, very classic song to cover for sure. After that, they played another one of their own songs, and I like loved the pre-chorus and the bridge. And again, I really wish that they would have played more of their own stuff because every song they played that was theirs, I enjoyed. Even when you had that really loud noise, it still was a good song and definitely enjoyable. After that, he thanked everyone and talked about how important these songs are to them and how like this is what they've been listening to. And then he was like, and now I think we're gonna play the most emo song ever written, and they played Screaming Infidelities by Dashboard Confessional, which again, you're just like, oh, this song is so ridiculously like sappy but so good. So of course when you get to like the end with the Screaming Infidelities, it's just it was good, but nothing really changed. And maybe I don't know that song as well, so maybe there were some changes, but it just kind of sounded very consistent to what I hear every time I listen to that song by the actual band. Then after that, they played I'm so glad they played this song, and I really was like super excited and was not expecting them to play this, but Grand Theft Auto by Fall Out Boy. I feel like that is such a good Fall Out Boy song that just got like lost in the mix. And pretty much every time I hear a Fall Out Boy song on the radio, I'm like, why can't this just be Grand Theft Auto? So I was really, really pumped about that. They released Balloons during that with their name on it, with Mayday Parade on it. And that's like when the mosh pit started. So that song was like just super exciting because again, there was a different element, right? The balloons were definitely different. And I also do know the first part of that song in sign language, so like that was super fun for me as well. But I loved that song. I thought it was a really great choice, and again, a little bit like more obscure than some others, so I really liked that and really, really thought it was great. And then they played All the Small Things, which you know, again, was fine. They just didn't change anything. So yeah, people were going crazy and it was like fun, but I wanted the Mayday Parade version, not the Blink-182 version, because you're not Blink, so it's like not the same. And so you should make it different. That's the whole point of like playing a cover, is adding a piece that you like made yourself. I don't know. At least that's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Comment, let me know what you think. After that, they played their own song, and what I loved about this song was the way that it almost seemed like the lead singer would sing a part of the song and then the crowd would sing like what would be the background music in the recorded version. And so I am like so pumped to go listen to this song because I loved it. I thought it was so great, and it was like the singer would sing and then the crowd would kind of like add words after, and so it was just, I really liked it. I mean, I couldn't really understand everything that was being said because again, like sometimes the crowd was responsible for the lyric, but really overall just totally enjoyed that song and can't wait to listen to it on the recorded version. So yeah, so really liked that song, and again, it was one of their own songs and I loved it, so I just wish they would have played more of their own songs. And then they played I'm Not Okay by My Chemical Romance, and again, super fun, like great way to end your set. Just nothing was really different, and like, you know, that screaming part kind of towards the end, I guess technically it's the bridge, you know, he kind of just backed up from the mic and let the crowd kind of sing and scream that, which is fine. Obviously, you know, he's not the lead singer of My Chemical Romance, so his voice maybe can't do those things. but yeah, I mean, it was a really fun song. It was great, and again, it's a great way to kind of go out, and you know, so after that they went off for the encore. They were gone for like a minute, and then they played one more song, and so again, it was theirs. It was a song called Jersey. I've definitely heard that song before a long time ago, and I just like really loved the verses. Again, when the chorus started, I was like, oh yeah, I totally have heard this song before, but again, really loved it. The crowd was really into it, and at one point he definitely said like, this is either one of the best or the best show so far on the tour. So again, I'm super glad that like DC showed up and was like, look, yes, we can totally do this, and we're going to like rock out to your songs as well as all the other ones. So I loved that, and yeah, so scores. Oh boy. So the opener, while it was fun, I just wasn't, like, the skill level just wasn't there for me. I feel like I could have just sat in my car and blasted it myself and just had pretty much as much fun. The best part to me was the Say Anything song, just to see the other people in the room be like, oh my god, I love this song. So like that to me was awesome. And obviously like Yellow Card is great, but I rock out to that song in my office at work every day. So like that was just a normal Thursday afternoon. So like that was not anything different for me. But again, like decent choices. There were definitely a couple songs I didn't know. And also, obviously, he was limited because he couldn't play the songs that they were going to play. So, like, taking that into account, still, like, mix it more, do something, and, you know, like, after a while, you jumping up and down on stage just isn't doing it for me anymore. So yeah, that was definitely not my favorite opening act, for sure. And then the headliner. So, I really loved Mayday Parade. I thought they picked good songs. Wish they would have picked a different Killer song, but I get it. Mr. Brightside is way more emo than some of their other ones. I wish they would have played more of their own songs, and then when they played their own songs, definitely that one noise was that first song with that noise was really a low, and I'm so disappointed because I loved all of their original songs, and so for one of them to be ruined by that one note or sound was really like too bad, because they didn't play a lot of their own songs. Oh gosh, I think I'm gonna give this one a 7.0. Again, it was fun, and it's like fun to see covers. I wish they would have kind of did what New Found Glory did, where they played like 3 New Found Glory songs and then a cover, and then 3 New Found Glory songs and then a cover, instead of doing 3 covers and then a Mayday Parade song, 3 covers and then a Mayday Parade song. So that's like my only critique, is like second, maybe, not just only, but I just wish they would have played more of their own stuff. And the other thing is, I wish they would have changed little tiny pieces of the covers more. And like, again, I guess like technically having a full band who's rocking out is a change from, you know, Dashboard Confessionals style of music, but it just like isn't enough. I need more than just like the fact that you're live. That's not a big enough change. I need a held note, or again, I mean, it was so simple what they did in Taste of Ink. They just sang it a little tiny bit differently, and it made such a difference, and it was so fantastic. And again, everyone knows these songs, so it's not like you can't like change or hold something and people are going to be like lost and like, you know, not understand what you're saying or doing with that song. So that would be my, I think a 7.0 is pretty fair. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Were you there? Did you want to go? It was a sold out show, which was awesome. So hopefully they'll come back. Hopefully they'll encourage them to come back sooner than later. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.